Lesnar featuring Friday Night Smackdown. That's what I'm going to call this show from now on, because there's no doubt, guys, in my mind, this is the Brock Lesnar show. So from now on, in honour of Brock Lesnar, until others start stepping up, I'm going to call this the Brock Lesnar show featuring Friday Night Smackdown, because Brock Lesnar is by far and away the best and arguably only good thing about this show. So yeah, let's get straight into it. We kick off with the Usos coming out to confront Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. I guess they're having the tag title match at WrestleMania. It gets announced that it's going to be Nakamura versus, I think it was Jey Uso. Was it Jey or was it Jimmy? Don't really know. Doesn't really matter. I think it was Jimmy. They have a match. Towards the end, Jimmy wants the guitar in. Jey goes to give him the guitar. Rick Boogs fights him off, grabs his guitar back. I mean, who gives a shit about this guitar? I mean, this guitar is not like Jeff Jarrett's guitar where it was getting used as weapons and stuff. I mean, at least Jeff Jarrett, he couldn't even play guitar, but he used the guitar as his gimmick, and it always is involved in matches. Rick Boogs is just a guy that plays Nakamura's entrance theme. It's shit. But anyway, Rick Boogs doesn't give Jimmy the guitar. Jimmy turns around and gets a Sin Casa kick from Nakamura. Nakamura wins, and it's a win for Nakamura. And yeah, Nakamura and Rick Boogs, I guess, looking strong-ish going in to WrestleMania. We then had Brock Lesnar standing outside Roman Reigns' locker room. He was interviewed by, I have no idea who it was, some woman. Looks new, I haven't seen her before. But she says, like, what is Brock doing here and it's this? And Brock says that he got spoke to by upper management and that they're not happy with what he done last week. And that he is not to attack Roman Reigns unless he's provoked. Lesnar says he brought Roman Reigns a present, a new SUV, and its favourite colour, blood red. So yeah, buys him a blood red SUV. Brock Lesnar says he's going to go in and wait in Roman Reigns' locker room, and he's going to wait for a good provoking. Lesnar goes in, looks around, and he's looking at the locker room. He seems to be impressed. He's like, nice, so this is what Roman Reigns gets. Not bad at all. Not as good as mine, but not bad. You know, it's fucking funny. Then Brock sits down on the leather couch and puts his foot on the table. And when he puts his first foot on the table, all the glasses fall off. And when he puts his second foot on the table, the entire table just breaks. And the whole table just gets destroyed. And already Brock Lesnar is destroying Roman Reigns' his locker room. Then we cut to, later in the night, we cut to Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. They've arrived in a limousine. Reigns says that they've been eating at some steakhouse. The steak was great. They had $10,000 worth of sides. And then Reigns says they went to visit Madison Square Garden, the place where he busted open Brock Lesnar. And Reigns says that if Brock Lesnar is not out of his locker room by the time he gets there tonight, he's going to bust him open again. Then we have the hot chick that comes into Roman Reigns' locker room, but obviously Brock Lesnar's basically just stole it. He's using it. She says to him, don't you think you should leave before Roman Reigns gets here? And Brock says, no, he's having so much fun. In fact, I want you to go and find Roman and tell him to get here ASAP because I'm running out of things to smash. And then Brock just like grabs this light and throws it across the room, smashes it into the wall. Really good stuff here. I liked how they've got Brock Lesnar on the show more than once. I've said this, that you need the big stars, you need to have them, filtered throughout the show. It just can't be a one segment and done. They need to be continuously put throughout the show, and that's what they seem to be doing here. So, yeah, so far so good. Then we have Kofi Kingston come out. We've got Sheamus and his fucking Peaky Blinders club in the ring. Kofi Kingston says that Ridge Holland is going to be facing a member of the New Day, but it's not going to be him. Kofi then goes to the crowd, who? I mean, this whole thing's pish, but we'll go along with it. We'll play along with it. He's saying who? And then King Woods makes his return. King Woods gets in the ring. King Woods is ready to take on Ridge Holland. And Michael Cole starts freaking out before the match starts, and he's like, just as the bell rings, and he's like, oh, I can't believe it, it's King Woods, it's going to be King Woods taking on Ridge Holland, not Kofi Kingston. And then Pat McAfee just cannot fucking believe Cole, and he's like, yeah, well, that's kind of the point Kofi was making there, Michael. I mean, fucking hell. The show must be so bad that Michael Cole doesn't even pay attention. How could he? I mean, the whole point of the fucking Kofi doing the whole promo thing before the match was him saying that he was not fighting tonight and it was going to be King Woods. Then King Woods makes his return and Michael Cole's not even paying attention. Jesus. I mean, if Cole's not paying attention, then why should we? We then got like basically a rundown of the year that Happy Corbin's had. It shows you him being broke. Apparently he's considering making his turnaround into a movie. It shows you him having the ketchup stains on his shirts. Then it shows you him winning and turning into Happy Corbin. And this was probably the best thing, even though it was like a promo package, a video package. This is probably the best thing we've seen for Corbin in a while. At the end of the promo thing, Madcap Moss says, I've got the perfect name for your movie. He says bald fellows, and Happy Corbin doesn't like it, and he's like, no, and he just walks off. So, but no, this was good. I mean, I haven't really liked... I thought Corbin was definitely doing better as the broke Corbin rather than Happy Corbin, but it was nice to see this video package, and it just showed you, obviously, the entire story of Corbin, how he went from being broke and down in the dumps, and his wife left him. Even the news article where it says homeless man gives Baron Corbin money. It's like, you know, I mean, that's funny. But no, this was good. And I don't know, I mean, I actually like Corbin. I think Corbin's alright. I don't really like what they're doing with the Happy Corbin at the moment, but who knows? Hopefully they can give him something after WrestleMania, because I actually think Corbin's a good talent. And this was one of the best things we've seen for him in a while, even though it was a promo package. And the WWE, you can bash them all you want, but no one comes close to WWE when it comes to like video packages. They nail it. They absolutely nail it. Like that one they done for Undertaker back in the Saudi Arabia show. That was phenomenal. Maybe one of the best promo packages of all time. That was quality. Up next, with Ricochet versus Angel. It's no longer called Angel Garza. They've just dropped the Garza. So it's Ricochet versus Angel. Angel wins with help from Humberto Carrillo with a roll-up. Ricochet then gets on the mic, cuts a horrible fucking promo. If you didn't know why Ricochet didn't speak much, this would tell you why. This was garbage. He's like, no, it's not going to end like that tonight, buddy. Then he challenges Humberto, who's also dropped the last name, so it's no longer Humberto Carrillo, it's just Humberto. Then Humberto comes in and defeats Ricochet for help with Angel after Angel grabs onto Ricochet and prevents him getting into the ring, resulting in a count-out. Garbage. I mean, 2 Ricochet matches. I don't even want to see 1 Ricochet match, never mind 2. We then had Ronda Rousey in the ring calling it Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair appeared on the Titantron. Rousey told Charlotte to leave her heels and something else behind. Charlotte comes on the Titantron and says, he didn't really think I was going to come up there tonight. Ronda says she knows who she is. Ronda says she broke her first arm when she was 14 and she liked it. And then she used to keep count of how many arms she would break until she lost count. Charlotte goes on to say that she's going to defeat Ronda Rousey. Fucking hate saying that name. Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Then Ronda Rousey goes, the difference is, if you beat me, I will be the biggest name on your record by far. But when I beat you, you're just going to be another lost count. So, referencing the armbar count or whatever. So, there you go. That was this promo. Like, I praised Ronda Rousey in the past, right? I think her debut mixed tag match at WrestleMania with Angle against Triple H and Stephanie, in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, hands down, the best mixed tag match ever, right? You can't dispute that. I would also say it's probably the best debut match ever. I cannot think of someone who debuted it and had a better match than that. And it's probably, in terms of WrestleMania matches, it's probably pretty high. I'd probably say that match is in the top 50, top 40 maybe. WrestleMania matches of all time, and it was her debut match. You know, it was great. I've had nothing but praise for Ronda Rousey in the ring. She legit looks like a. Now, I'm not going to compare her to Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar's a totally different beast. But Ronda Rousey actually looks like as a trained fighter that is looking to like manhandle and, you know, hurt people in the ring. Whereas she doesn't look like one of these fake, fucking hell, I can't even speak words here, man. Fake, phony, you know, pretend wrestlers like a lot of the females look like. She doesn't look like that. I mean, she actually looks like a badass trying to hurt you, but her promos are terrible. The verbiage ain't great, the delivery ain't great, the facial expressions ain't great. Nothing about Ronda. I mean, Ronda Rousey's promos are really, really bad, and that's just the God's honest truth. She doesn't look comfortable. You honestly, whether she's a heel or a face, you couldn't really tell based on her promos. And then as soon as her promos are finished, she's supposed to be angry, and she's walking up, you know, the ramp, like praising and stuff, and clapping all the crowd and shaking all everyone's hands. And it's like 1 minute you're supposed to be pissed off, and the next minute you're happy. It doesn't really work that way. So yeah, I mean, as good as she is in the ring and as you know, legit as she looks on the mic and promos, she's definitely not got it. So I think she needs to work on them, but it's been a while now. I think if she was going to get better, it would have happened by now. This segment wasn't great. Then we had Sami Zayn says he's going to destroy Knoxville. He says he would have beat Knoxville anyway. He said Knoxville would have had no chance in a one-on-one match, but what chance has he got when it's anything goes? He says he could drink a cappuccino while tap dancing on Johnny Knoxville's face if he wants to. So yeah, Willie, who knows? For me, the fact that anything goes gives Johnny Knoxville a better chance. I mean, that's basic logic. That in a wrestling match, the wrestler would beat the non-wrestler, but in a match where anything goes, then surely Johnny Knoxville has more of a chance of winning. Surely that evens up the odds a little bit. But Sami Zayn thinks it gives him a better chance of winning. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, I did not get this. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way Women's match: Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Queen Selina. It was alright, you know, it was fast-paced, multi-woman match. I mean, it was alright. Sasha Banks ends up getting the win with a bank statement on Queen Selina. There was a moment where she had them both in the bank statement. It was a decent match. And I noticed Banks always seems to change up her appearance, always seems to change up her colour scheme, her outfits. And, you know, that's kind of cool that she goes into all that effort. I mean, you look at other people, like someone like Rhea Ripley, I don't think has changed at all since she debuted on the main roster. Yeah, you've got Sasha Banks who'll regularly come out like almost every other week, you know, with a different colour of costume, different outfit, maybe different hairstyle, different hair colour. So, I mean, it is what it is. I guess, you know, kudos to her, I guess, for, you know, actually putting a wee bit of effort in. We then had a horrible backstage segment with Shayna Baszler and Natalya. Shayna Baszler, for some reason, looked a wee bit better tonight. Now, I know it would be hard for her to look worse, but I don't know, there was actually something about Shayna Baszler tonight. She didn't look as bad. Natalya calls the interviewer beautiful, but then says stop patronising us or something like that, and it's like, what? It had nothing to do with the interview. She asked him a question, and Natalya brought up how the interviewer's beautiful, but that doesn't... I just don't get it. I did not get this. This was bad. Shayna Baszler says her partner was wrongfully ejected from ringside, and when they get to WrestleMania, it'll be a tag match. Her partner won't go anywhere, and they'll leave with the tag titles. So, yeah. Are Baszler and Natalya the favourites? I think they might be. For me, it's definitely between Baszler and Natalya. I would say it's them. I don't think Sasha Banks and Naomi should win the belts, because I just think that they've got better things going in their singles career. I mean, I think Sasha Banks and Naomi are two of the better women on the roster, and I think you probably need them in singles competition. Plus, Ronda Rousey is probably going to be SmackDown champ. She'll need people to go up against. I mean, Ronda Rousey will definitely have better matches against Banks and Naomi than she would against, you know, the other people on SmackDown. So, yeah, like a Carmella or a Selena Vega. So, I think Shayna Baszler and Natalya will win the titles. Then we had Roman Reigns commit to the ring. He called it Brock Lesnar. He says if Brock Lesnar doesn't come out of his locker room right now, he's going to go there and bust him open. Brock Lesnar music hits. Brock Lesnar comes out from the crowd. He gets on the announce table. He's got a chair. He starts swinging he does a flying jump kick off the announce table into the security. Then he starts swinging the chair at the security. Roman Reigns is looking on. The Usos come out and they grab Roman Reigns. I mean, this is pathetic. There's like 10, 12 security guys out there. Then you've got Roman Reigns and the Usos, and the three of them fucking run from Lesnar. I mean, come on. The Bloodline retreat. Lesnar then continues to beat up security, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air. In my opinion, not a great ending, but it was alright. I just feel like we've seen this before, you know. Brock dismantles people and Roman Reigns retreats. Didn't we see this at the contract signing? When Brock, you know, beat up the security guys and all that stuff? We did. So, I know it's not exactly the same, I know. But come on, it's essentially the same thing. It's essentially Brock beating up a bunch of security and Roman Reigns, you know, retreating with his tail between his legs. So, I think we've seen this ending before, guys. Anyway, that's how SmackDown ended. It wasn't the worst SmackDown ever. It was better than Raw. I mean, everything's fucking better than Raw. It was better than AEW Dynamite. Was it better than NXT 2.0? In my opinion, it wasn't. I'm going to give this SmackDown a 3 out of 10. And for me, guys, if I give something a 3 out of 10, that's probably pretty generous considering the state of professional wrestling in 2022. So yeah, let's get a 3 out of 10. Let us know what you think down below. And until next time, peace.